Chicago, what do you say? Cubs are gonna win.
Hey everyone, what's going on? This is CubsFanHan, back again to do another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. And let me give a quick shout out to my buddies over at gaming-fans.com. Go ahead, please check them out. They are also on Twitter at GamingFansDFN. And today I am doing my second installment of a monthly series of top 15 all-around Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes characters as voted on by some of your favorite YouTubers, content creators, leaders in the community, etc. And I'm really excited to show this list to you. I know there is a lot of anticipation around what have these A New Hope character reworks done to this list. How does Commander Luke fit into the mix? How has everything been shaken up this month? And I promise you it will not disappoint. We have seen a lot of moves on our list. And then looking forward to next month on our September list, I'm sure we will see more moves because we're going to have Captain Han Solo coming to the game. We're going to have Rebel Officer Leia Organa and also Hermit Yoda, all three of which look to be awesome. This is a really exciting time to be playing Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, so I'm really excited to break this list down for you and consult which characters are the best in the game all around. Which characters are indispensable? Which characters do you need to be farming right now? So just to serve as a quick reminder of what our list looked like last month, here is the list. We had General Kenobi coming in at number 1 with Darth Nihilus number 2, R2 number 3, Grand Admiral Thrawn number 4, who had just been released when I did my poll, and then Rex, and then you can see the rest of the list here. And then a quick note on the voting itself. I explained this in my last video, but if you weren't able to see it, the way that I am scoring this is every single person submits to me a top 15 poll in their opinion. They just simply rank their top 15 characters 1 through 15. I compile all of these characters onto a spreadsheet, and every single character that gets a first place vote will get 15 points. Every single character with a second place vote gets 14 points. On down all the way to number 15, getting 1 point. And then I add all of those points up, and boom, there is our top 15 poll. And in considering those characters, everyone is going to be factoring in all aspects of the game. So this isn't just raise usability, this isn't just arena usability, it's all around usability in the game. So, without any further ado, let's get to the month of August top 15 characters in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And of course, we gotta start with our others receiving votes. And these are all of those who showed up on somebody's top 15 poll, but didn't quite receive enough votes to make it to the final top 15 list. Now, there are some notable names to point out here. I'll give you a second to read through them all. But if you notice here, Jin and Boba Fett and Darth Maul all fell out of the top 15 from last month. But most notably is probably Palpatine, who fell all the way down to only 2 votes received, which means he received, I don't remember exactly what it was either 2 15th place votes or only 1 14th place vote, one or the other, and he was number 10 on our last poll, so Palpatine took quite a plummet this month. Coming in at number 15, we have Fulcrum Ahsoka Tano, who was in our others receiving votes last month, but has rocketed this month up to number 15, and she is earning her spot because she is an awesome attacker. Whirlwind is easily one of the most powerful abilities in this game when used properly, and she has enough unique buffs on her. She is going to be capable of one-shotting a lot of heavy tanks out in the game like Baze or even General Kenobi. Coming in at number 14, we have Kylo Ren, who is falling from spot number 9 last month. Now, one of Kylo Ren's saving graces in raids is that he was able to do so much work and so much damage in Phase 1 of the Heroic Tank. And with the introduction of Commander Luke, he's kind of been dethroned as the Phase 1 king, as Commander Luke is obviously able to solo the entire phase, especially if you pair a Zeta Han Solo with him. And then coming in at number 13, we have Darth Vader, who was at number 8 on our list before and is falling now to 13. Similar to Kylo Ren, he is losing traction in raid usability because Commander Luke is now the king of the Rancor, which is kind of one of the saving graces of Darth Vader. Number 12 is Biggs Darklighter, and Biggs is jumping from number 15 to number 12. Biggs has always been one of the most powerful characters in the game, and that has not changed in a while, but he is probably climbing a bit on the list because Rebels are getting another shine in the arena. And then coming in at number 11, we've got Wedge, who is also going to be paired with Biggs, as he always has been, but they are going to be having a little more usability with these new Rebel characters that are coming into the game. I kind of feel like I'm beating a dead horse on that. A lot of these Rebels are going to be climbing on our list. Alright, and then breaking down our top 10. Number 10.
My dead body.
That is right. The OG Han is coming in at number 10. And I am so happy about this, not just because this is CubsFanHan, but because he is a raid character, and Han Solo really needs to be one of the better characters in this game, and the rework that he was given is why he is catapulting from obscurity up to number 10. Han Solo received a Zeta ability, which is very powerful. It's going to get him a lot of multi-attacks. He's hitting like a truck. He's very quick. He's very fun to use, and he is going to work very well in a lot of these Rebel sets. And Han, of course, is going to be stunning on his first shot every time now, which is very good to have in the arena, unless, of course, you're going against another raid Han, in the which case it's going to be a coin toss on who goes first. So Raid Han, very viable to use right now. He's actually going to be my next Zeta ability, and I put him in my arena today. He's very fun to use and absolutely viable and deserving of our top 10 spot. Number 9.
I want to know what happened to the plans they sent you.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a member of the Imperial Senate on a diplomatic mission to Alderaan.
You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take her away!
That is right. Princess Leia right next to Raid Han. Seems appropriate, doesn't it? Seems like destiny, doesn't it? Leia also received a rework where she is going to be getting a much better chance to attack multiple times, as well as protection recovery on her Zeta ability every time she attacks. Princess Leia hits like a freaking truck. She is so scary to go against, and now she is also going to be gaining foresight and a couple other buffs when she is doing her special ability while already stealth. So she's a great pair with R2-D2. A lot of you are already running her with R2-D2. All of you who are running her with R2-D2 that I am attacking in my arena, you are giving me white knuckle arena fights. She is so good. She can burn through a General Kenobi very quickly, and she is a very deserving character of a top 10 spot, coming in at number 9, number 8, and number 7.
You almost shot me.
You're welcome.
That is right. Coming in at numbers 8 and 7, I am pairing this group together. It is Chirrut and Baze, or the aptly named Chase. And specifically, Chirrut is number 8 and Baze is number 7. This is still one of the most powerful combos in the game. And of course, now that we have Commander Luke in the game and we have all of these Rebel reworks, Chase are Rebels, and they're going to fit very well into those Rebel teams. They are still one of the most powerful combos in the game in terms of health regeneration. It is very difficult to kill this pair. You're probably going to be saving them until the very end of your battles so that you don't waste time damaging them when they are just going to heal. So Chirrut and Baze coming in at numbers 8 and 7. Number 6.
Next time, just tell me to jump.
Now where's the fun in that?
Captain Rex, still viable in the arena, falling from number 5 to number 6. He is still going to be very usable, but may have been dethroned as the king of the leadership in the arena, which we will get to. However, Rex's turn meter game that he is going to grant every single member of your team whenever anybody suffers a critical hit is invaluable. Turn meter manipulation is king in the arena because the strongest meta that we have in the arena, of course, is going to be speed. Captain Rex is very viable. His biggest weakness is probably that he is pretty squishy, but his leadership is going to live past him when he is dead, so he's still going to be one of the most viable characters to use in the leadership position in this game. So deserving of number 6, we have Captain Rex. Number 5. Coming in at number 5, we have R2-D2, who did take a fall from number 3, but he is still going to be one of the best characters in the game, and in my opinion has the best Zeta in the game in Number Crunch. R2-D2 is going to have tremendous use in both raids and the arena, especially if you consider these New Hope reworks that we received with Princess Leia, who is going to benefit a lot from R2-D2's stealth, and Commander Luke, who is going to have some tremendous synergy with R2-D2 because he's going to be giving R2-D2 counter chance, which can stun a lot of members of the opposing team. R2-D2 is also going to be able to lay one of the best debuffs in the game, which is Burn, which deals a pretty healthy dose of damage over time, which is awesome to have as well. So R2-D2 coming in at number 5. Number 4. Darth Nihilus is still viable in the arena and probably will be for a very long time. He also has usability in raids, but he is falling from number 2 to number 4. This isn't a significant decrease, of course, but it is notable that Commander Luke has probably pushed him out of the way because he is going to be bringing in more rebels into those synergies on the arena, and so more people are going to be interested in running those combinations and leaving their Darth Nihiluses by the wayside. Probably Darth Nihilus's biggest weakness is going to be that his basic attack doesn't really do that much damage. A lot of others are going to be able to do more damage. For example, I subbed my Raid Han in for my Darth Nihilus because he is going to do a lot more damage, and by the time I get to an Annihilate in my arena battle, it's kind of already a done deal, so I don't really necessarily need it. However, Darth Nihilus still does arguably have one of the best abilities in the game, probably the best ability in the game in Annihilate, which is an insta-kill. Very usable, still absolutely viable in the arena and in raids. Number 3.
Attack, Kenobi.
Our first number 1 character has been dethroned. General Kenobi was number 1 in our last poll, and now he is coming in at number 3. Now, don't make any mistake. You should not regret farming General Kenobi because he is still one of the most powerful characters in the game. He has a lot of tankiness to him. Most General Kenobis, when you put good mods on them, are going to have 60k plus protection, which makes them very tough to burn through. Whenever an ally suffers a critical hit, General Kenobi is going to immediately taunt, and he is going to be able to apply retribution up to your entire team and cleanse them at the same time. And then, of course, he's going to have a mass assist, which is arguably more usable now if you're going to pair that with, like, say, Leia, who is going to have a chance to attack 3 times on that mass assist, dealing less damage, but still 3 times, which gives you that many more attacks at your disposal. General Kenobi is still one of the best characters in the game, but notably has been dethroned from number 1. Number 2.
A small pocket of resistance continues to be troublesome.
My capo has no armed militia or starfighter corps. What resistance is there to be so troublesome?
Grand Admiral Thrawn has jumped up from number 4 to number 2. And not much has really changed with Admiral Thrawn. There aren't any new synergies that are available to him. If anything, he's at more of a disadvantage now in the arena because a lot of people are wanting to run Rebels. However, I think the reason why Admiral Thrawn is jumping from number 4 to number 2 is just because he's more established now. Last month when the poll came out, Admiral Thrawn was still a very new character. A lot of people hadn't had a chance to use him very well yet, and so he is going to be less known at that point, but still came in at number 4. So Admiral Thrawn is very deserving of his number 2 spot. Admiral Thrawn has one of my favorite abilities in the game in Fracture, which ignores any kind of foresight or anything like that and is going to basically freeze the character of your choice. He's also a very fast character. A lot of you are able to get your Thrawns up upwards of 270 and sometimes even 280 speed, so he's going to be going first. You're going to be able to handpick a character to take out of the match, very similar to Han shoots first. And if you pair those two together, run Han shoots first with Grand Admiral Thrawn, and if they go boom boom, then you're going to be able to basically freeze two characters, stun one, freeze the other at the beginning of your arena battles. Admiral Thrawn also gives 40% protection to an ally of your choosing on Grand Admiral's command. Protection gain is really valuable, and especially when it is dealt in percentages, and 40% is a lot, especially when you factor in if you're giving that to maybe a shore trooper or a General Kenobi. So Admiral Thrawn, very deserving of his top spot, and I should mention as well, also very usable in raids, especially in Phase 3 of the Heroic Tank, which is why he is jumping from number 4 to number 2. All around one of the best characters in the game. And then coming in at number 1.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker. But you are not a Jedi yet.
Obviously, we are going to have Commander Luke skyrocketing straight to the number 1 spot since release this month, and I don't think that should surprise anyone. Commander Luke is arguably the best character we have ever seen in this game, and I do believe that was a deliberate move by the developers of the game. We finally have Luke with a lightsaber, and yes, it was hard to get him. Yes, we panic farmed Old Ben to get there, but for those of you who were able to get Commander Luke, I am sure that you are not in the least bit disappointed. One of the main reasons why Luke is so deserving of number 1 is not just because he's usable in every aspect of the game. He dominates every single aspect of the game. He is very powerful in Arena. Take a look at the SWGOH.GG meta report. He dethroned Rex, who had had a stronghold on the top leadership spot in the game for so long, and now Commander Luke has taken it by storm. So many of you are running Commander Luke, and he is so hard to go against if you don't have one yourself. He is going to be able to solo Phase 1 of the Heroic Tank. He's going to have usability in Phase 3. I've used him well in Phase 2 and Phase 4. He works in every single phase of the raid, and then of course to round it out, Commander Luke can solo the entire Rancor by himself. He is literally the most OP character I have ever used. He is so good and absolutely deserving of number 1. And for those of you who weren't able to get Commander Luke this time, something I do want to stress again. Farm the characters you need. Farm those original Rebels from A New Hope. Farm your Leias. Farm your Stormtrooper Hans. Farm your Old Bens, because when he comes back, you are not going to want to miss it. Fortunately, all of those characters are in very farmable places, so he is not out of reach for you. If you do not have Commander Luke yet, make it a top priority to get those characters in order so that the next time he comes around, you can unlock him. So, number 1 on our list for the month of August, very deservingly, Commander Luke. So, what did you think about my list? What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? Please, let me know down in the comments below. This is very subjective. I'd love to debate this a bit. A lot of these characters have usability in so many different aspects of the game, and there might be some subjectivity there that we can discuss, and that is totally cool. Please let me know down in the comments, and if you liked the video, please, of course, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and don't ever forget...
For my dead body.